So great, guys. So today we're going to be talking about this book, Zero to One, is by Peter Thiel, and it's a book which I hold very close. It's given us lots and lots of learning and abundance of knowledge. So, why this book? So first, the author is Peter Thiel, and he's why this book is a bestseller. So Peter was again the co-founder of eBay and a master of building up businesses. And this book will teach you how you can promote your business and also promote your own value and what is the right way from becoming zero to one. How to take that initial first step and what are the right ways and strategies which you can build for continuous improvement. Also, the most important principle is that sales matters as much as profit. So it's not necessary profits alone, but sales matter. And this is the principle which is very true for Amazon itself as well. That profit alone is not everything. Sales and quantities are also equally important. And a brief knowledge of how important it is to avoid competition, that is also shared in this book. So one of the sayings in this book is monopoly is the condition of every successful business. So in obviously it's not an absolute monopoly, but every business should strive to reach a condition of monopoly where they are absolutely dominant in the things which they are doing. So bet on a contrarian truth. So in this book also it tells us that we have to believe in ourselves and then we have to bet on a contrarian truth. So contrarian truth also is an absolute truth. So years ago no one understood the idea of staying at a stranger's house. That is until Airbnb came into the picture and now it is known worldwide. So Brian Chesky betted on this, that when people could not even think of this. So Brian Chesky, the founder of Airbnb, he betted that people would love to go and stay in strangers' house. So it was unheard of. Hilton was the most valuable and hotel chain in the world until Airbnb came, and the valuation of Airbnb is possibly 10 times the valuation of Hilton as of today. So, conclusion, betting on something which is unique or innovative will eliminate competition, create and do something new. So, always we want to move and strive towards creating and doing something new at all times. So, once we create something unique, right, we move away from competition because they have just not reached at that particular level. Right. So start by dominating a small niche. Whoever is the first to dominate the most crucial segment of a market with viral potential will have control, central dominance, and get the first mover advantage as well. So pick a niche, pick a small niche, and then try and get control. So try and be the first mover, take the first mover advantage in that particular niche and domain. Last mover advantage. A great business is defined by its ability to generate cash flows in the future. Any firm with close substitutes like nightclubs and restaurants होते हैं will see its profits competed away. कितनी बार हमने देखा कोई न्यू नाइट क्लब खुल रहा है, कोई रेस्टोरेंट खुल रहा है, आज बहुत फेमस है, but they fail to hold on to that dominance, and then they see that competitions come or food chains khul gaye hain, and this is like they fail to generate cash flows on a long term basis. They might collect healthy amounts today, but over time customers will move to newer and trendier alternative, because human beings are always looking out to go to new places on a weekly or a monthly basis. Technology companies follow the opposite trajectory. They often lose money for the first few years, and most of the value will come at least 10 to 15 years in the future. If you focus on near term growth, you miss the most important question you should be asking: will the business still be around a decade from now? So हमेशा हमें इस हिसाब से build करना है, इस हिसाब से forward thinking रखनी है, and always we want to move towards striving towards reaching that dominance and reaching that monopoly level जहाँ पे हमारी competition कम से कम होते रहे going forward. And strive to be a monopoly. Monopoly is considered evil, but in business, we use good monopolies. Good monopolies using excess profit to give back to the society. Google has a search engine called Monopoly to collect data and analysis as well. Every business has its own monopoly to differentiate its business from others and focus on something which is new. So, this is also called the unique selling proposition. What is it which is unique to your business, which differentiates you from every other business which is out there? And why monopoly? A monopoly owns its market. With monopoly, you can set your own prices. You produce at the quantity and price combination that maximizes its profits. Right. So characteristics which you need in order to build your own business. First of all, proprietary technology. The most substantive advantage a company can have is a product difficult to replicate. Google search algorithms are an example. You must be at least 10 times better than your close substitute to lead to a real monopolistic advantage. Right. So next is the network effects. Right. So network effects make a product more useful as more people use it. If all your friends are on Facebook, it makes sense for you to join Facebook too. They are very powerful, but you'll never reap the effects unless your product is valuable to its very first users. That's why Facebook started with just Harvard students. So Hamesha network effect pe, people play their games. So even with Facebook, it started with just Harvard, which was a unique selling proposition, because now once they could get into Harvard, then every other college will just be a simple add-on. So they penetrated the market at the absolute elite Harvard University, and then they went on to acquire other universities and get people on board in them as well. So economies of scale, a business gets stronger as it gets bigger. The fixed cost of creating a product can be spread over and greater quantities of scale. So जैसे जैसे business grow होते रहता है, economies of scale आती है, and that is something when you are starting out, you should keep in mind as well as to how you can reach that particular level. And so comes branding into the picture as well. A strong brand is a powerful way to differentiate yourself from your competition. So धीरे धीरे जब आप एक brand बनते जाते हो, you differentiate yourself from the competition, and that is why a lot of brands, they work so hard. So when we are partnering with popular brands, they have worked really hard in their branding. They've worked really hard to create economies of scale, and when we can partner up with them, we can get similar advantages, and we can differentiate our business with the help of these businesses. So how to go from 0 to 1? What can you do? सबसे पहले pick a niche market and build up. Give 10x speed services to your customers. So this is where FBA comes into the picture, and every other portal who cannot provide or keep up with the same amount of speedy deliveries which Amazon can, and जैसे कोई easy ship करे, self ship करे, so they slip out. So we, through FBA, we are differentiating. We are doing business with popular brands. We are doing business with FBA. So lots and lots of differentiations which I was able to do in our business, where we found that a lot of popular brands wanted to tie up with us, and we were able to differentiate ourselves with our competition because they were concentrating maybe sometimes higher on profits, or पैसे बचाने के लिए वो सेल्फ शिप इजी शिप कर रहे थे, not understanding that एक scale नहीं मिलता उसमें. So we were concentrating on all these things, and that is how we were able to differentiate ourselves from the competition. And this in turn helps us, we get noticed, we got noticed by lots of brands. So work on your business principles. Business principles are again really important, very important, that we work on ethics, we work on proper business principles, we work and grow in the right manner, so that our growth is a long-term sustainable growth, and we can continue to build something which will be here even a decade from now. Protect your monopoly and your business as you grow further. So सबसे पहले branding and awareness are the key to protecting your business. Monopolists lie to protect themselves. They say that we are not a monopoly, so they lie in order to protect themselves. As an entrepreneur uses a vision, do not wait for people to approve your idea. Rather, keep working on your plans and goals. So do not always wait. Here, is this right or not? You're an entrepreneur. You're the decision maker. You're the captain of your ship. Learn to trust yourself. Learn to trust your judgment and move forward accordingly with full confidence, knowing and believing what you're doing is correct. So we can end this with a quote: a bad plan is still better than no plan. So every time we have a plan and we move forward, we are much better than a lot of people who are just going and doing businesses without a plan, without a guidance. So it's always better to have a plan, and no matter how good or bad it is, it's still better than having no plan at all. And we would love to hear back your feedback as to what we can do different, what else we can improve on, what else we can add on to add more value to your journey and help it become the best journey ever, so that you get the success which you have been waiting for. So in case you have any feedbacks, make sure you can reach out to us on our Instagram handle at the rate prosync.solution. You can also reach out to us on email at support@prosyncedu.com. You can call our team at 8851129566, and we would love to hear back from you as to what we can do to continuously improve your journey and help you reach success.